Good morning, friends. I don't know how things have been for you, but for me, life has been incredibly busy lately. It seems that there are so many positive, wonderful, challenging things to be involved with in just a little bit of time, which has made me think about the concept of time, which is the subject of today's blog. There was this wonderful quote from Mordecai when he was talking to Esther in the book by that name in the Old Testament, in which he said, perhaps, maybe, it was for just such a time as this that these circumstances came together, and here we are, here you are. In other words, what are you going to do about it? Time is such an interesting concept. We will always live our lives, or we seem to, as if time is a linear concept with fixed intervals that's measurable, and that chunks of it are interchangeable. You know, an hour here is the same as an hour there. I guess in math they call that a commutative property. Whereas in reality, in my life at least, time is nothing like that at all. There can be minutes that seem to take hours to go by. There are whole days that go by in a flash. There are occasions when time seems to stop, become still, or not even exist at all. And I think this is one of those places where God's view of the universe and the way my life fits in with it, and my view of the universe and God, are so at odds with each other sometimes. I want things in my time. I want things to be predictable. I want things to go in the way that I have them set out, and I've got it arranged on my iPhone, right, in my little calendar with the alerts and the alarms. And then God interacts with me, interacts with us on the basis of, you know, now is the acceptable time, or in God's eyes 1,000 years as a day, or a day is like 1,000 years. Time in the spiritual sense is more understood best in terms of opportunity. But what are we going to do with our time? How does my idea of what needs to happen fit in with God's huge overarching plan? And so this morning, what I'm thinking about, and what I want my friends on the internet to think about also, is how do I slip from chronos, the measurable time that we deal with, or think we are dealing with, into kairos, which is God's time. Time which is so subtle and so malleable and so impossible to control. Do I give myself to God in that sort of time? Do I give myself for eternity? Or do I just carve out small, manageable pieces? It's a good question. I'm not sure how much time I've taken this morning. Maybe more than my usual 3 minutes. I don't know. Whatever. Please think about how your time is going to be God's time. I'm Derek Maul, and I'm always happy to be in conversation with you any time.